All right, I think we are. I think we are. If we are, then you know what? Let's do this. All right. All right, everybody, how you doing out there? This is Captain Jack. We are here literally like maybe I want to say 3 minutes ago. Hot rush coming in from the truck and grabbing all my stuff, the rest of the stuff. My goodness. I know what I want to say, but I bet you everybody out there knows a little bit more what's going on than I do, because I was driving all day. And then when I finally got home, I come into the house and I grab some of my stuff. And then, of course, I got to go out to eat, or I was told we got to go out to eat. So what was not a really good thing for me to do is the fact that I know what the draft picks are, but you know what? I don't even know. And you guys and gals, mates and wenches, know who the Raiders picked as undrafted free agents. Jared, thanks for that. And again, welcome to everybody to the post-draft Ask Captain Jack show. I know normally we have the You Don't Know Jack About Sports show, but because I figure it's going to be primarily football, and I know that's going to be upsetting to Mr. Jimmy Farrell, who definitely wants to talk about his Islanders being in some straits. Jimmy, tonight I don't give a rat's ass. Tonight I don't give a rat's ass because it's football all weekend. And for you and for everybody, I thought it was really cool that when I was out in Nashville, I'm out in front of one of the Raider bars. Sorry, my hair's all screwed up. This gentleman pokes up behind me and says, "Merry Christmas." And he gives me a draft hat. So I just took it out of the bag. And I mean, it's awesome. But I wanted to make sure I wore my draft hat because it's a post-draft show. So I haven't taken the stickers off of it. I haven't taken the tag off of it. It's all straight up right here for y'all ready. It's draft ready. So I'm digging it. So if you're complaining I got the tag still on it, it's because I wanted to make sure that you guys know that the first thing I did was to put, it was right out of the bag right to here. And again, I appreciate any positive responses. I appreciate you sharing this video. If you know how to share the video on YouTube. And by the way, thanks for everybody who came over from Facebook. Let me see who I can see here. I can't see everybody. I apologize because I can't go up to the top. First person I can see is Doug Kennedy, Ronnie Gutierrez, Ronnie Schamberger. Definitely want to hear from you tonight about your Buccaneers. Ron McManus, Dustin Harris, Johnny Branson. How you doing, brother? Lawrence Pace. Good to see you as well, brother. And Louis Scream Gaudreau. What's good? I'm good. I'm good there, Scream. Good to see you in the house. And everybody that's over here on YouTube, thank you for being here. If you're on Facebook, I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. But if you can, if you want the best picture, the best sound, the best everything, please come over to YouTube. YouTube.com/C/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. When I get a chance, I'll actually type it in. And as you guys know, the first thing I do before I open up that phone line, because I had a bunch of trolls hitting me early, fast on, and, I got you. We're going to deal with the trolls, but you know what? Screw it. First thing we do is the bottom line up front. And my bottom line up front, being a Raider fan, is I don't want to see any more crap about we didn't get Josh Allen. I don't want to hear any more crap about that. I get it. Josh Allen was projected to be a stalwart pick. I get it. But here it is. Share the Bear. You got the wrong program there, Jimmy Farrell. Share the Jack. Share the Captain. Get it right, Jimmy Farrell. Get it right. But we need to be reminded that Cleveland, and I was pronouncing his name incorrectly, and I apologize for that. I was calling him Cleveland. It's Cleveland Farrell. Cleveland Farrell, the ranking, most recent Ted Hendricks Award winner, ranked neck and neck with Nick Bosa. And for everybody that was telling me, Nick Bosa, okay, I wanted no part of Nick Bosa, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that I wanted no part of Nick Bosa. And I was ragging his ass from the front row of the back section, because I wasn't in the hoity-toity section. I wasn't allowed in the inner circle. That's okay. I wasn't allowed in the inner circle, but I was front row in the next section when the draft came on. And immediately, as soon as it started to rain. And I don't know if it was an ominous thing, but it started raining. Let me try to get caught up on comments. See who else is here. Oh, yeah, Mike Sauter, David G., Hector Figueroa, Michael Smart, Stu Stadler. Good to see you, brother. How you doing? Dan Birdwell, thanks for coming in. Ty Brown, King Eddie, what is my overall impression? I will get to that, King Edward. I will. Stu, thanks for that. Stu, I want you to call in as well. Good to see Ty Brown and Kendall Hansen. I'm agreeing, killer draft. Hot Neil, I hope you're feeling better. Beto, boy, we got a big crowd. Robin Spencer, yeah, definitely want to talk about your donkeys. Oh, excuse me, Broncos. Mo, hope you're good. Good to see you. Scotty Hubbard and Don McGuire. Okay, got 3 high character players. Yeah, of course, he's a Clemson, Bubba, so he's definitely giving us props for the Clemson players. So, and they're good players, Spencer. You know that. And Pam. Again, if you're on Facebook, thank you. But please come over to YouTube, because as you can see, my YouTube is right in front of me, and I get to those comments quicker. It's one of those things. Please get to YouTube. And again, for everybody that's over on YouTube, I saw Jimmy Farrell again. Ed Winchell was on duty. First one there. The elder A.J. Brehue. Raider Rev to me, but the elder A.J. Brehue. Or have you gone up a rank from elder? You'll have to let me know. Let's talk about the draft and young draft. If you have a bad day for hockey, like I said, don't care. Jared from Pittsburgh. Thank you there, brother. Thank you. I'm glad I'm here. And no calls about hockey. He has it. In the bottom, Share the Bear. You can share the bear, but next show, share the captain. Share the captain. Thank you. I am good with the picks. Lawrence Pace, L. Pace, always good to see you. Matt Marinovich, great. Kendall Hansen, loved him as well. Jacobs was at 24. That's a great pick. The best running back in the draft. And we got him at 24. Terry Long, thanks for being here. And hotels are close to finalize. Oh, I got it. By the way, if you are interested in coming out for the initial game in Las Vegas, Ed Winchell is doing packages, or at least he's going to be my point of contact for a Vegas get-together. Ed, you can also probably go and talk to Pam Fremu. I hope I was screwing that up. She's out in Vegas, so I know you got your contacts. So it's great. So if you guys want to coordinate, Pam is out in Vegas. Also, Leslie is out in Vegas. Spencer, thank you. 3 high-quality grads. And Hunter Renfrow. And you know what is awesome about Hunter Renfrow is I saw the tweet, and I don't know if it's BS or not. Steve Tate, thanks for being there. I definitely want to hear about that pack. And I can say this right now. Go, Pack, go. Why? Because they're not playing us right now. I like that. Steve, you can call in too. I'm not going to remove the tag, Mo. I wanted to show everybody it's still fresh. It's still fresh. I will remove it eventually. Maybe. I might even keep it like this. I might not even wear it. Valerie. Love my Val. Love my wenches. Love my lady Raiderette wenches. Love my wenches at all. Love the ladies. Thanks for being here, Valerie. Subscribe and still have to go give love to I'm going to give you love to the Lions. Actually, there were some really awesome Lions fans out there. Steve Tate, the Packer guy, was over there. Awesome. I'm going to show that. Wanted the running back from Memphis, but hey, if it is, I'm still there. Okay. Again, if you want to hang out in Vegas, get with Ed Winchell. Get with and Ed, like I said, there's a lot of ladies out there. Cher Ellison, and again, if you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube so I can get read your comments a little bit easier. I'm trying to two-fist here. I'll give love to your Lions. Renfrow. Yeah, I was going to ask about that. It was his father, right? Renfrow was a receiver with the Oilers way back when. I know it's Stu. Stu from BW3. I know exactly that. React to Pete and Bass, Stents in a Peugeot. I don't know. Loved every pick. I'm ecstatic about Renfrow. And that's what it was. Hunter Renfrow. And allegedly from the that it made Mel Renfrow. No. I know he's not Mel Renfrow's kid. Why Mel Renfrow was black. I'm just letting you know. It's not Mel Renfrow. Spencer says no relation to the Renfrow that was the Oilers. Spencer knows because he's a Clemson guy. Okay, thank you there, Spencer. No worries. Mel Renfrow. That's the comment of the night so far. So I tell you what, I'm doing good, Cher. Thanks for asking. Again, if you're on Facebook, thank you. Share up Facebook, but come on over to YouTube. Have to go watch Game of Thrones. Okay, hey Stu, thanks for checking in, brother. Thank you for checking in, and give me a thumbs up if you can, shipmate. Let's do this, okay? I'm excited. Like I said, just got out of the truck. Mo wants me to get the tag off the hat. I'm not going to take the tag off the hat. Not for right now. Not for right now. We got all these people there. Thanks for everybody that's here. Were you able to be in the why weren't you? I don't know. Louis Gaudreau, I'm not cool enough. I just about the way it is. I'm not cool enough. Maybe someday. But Dabo, yeah, I love Dabo Swinney, man. Love Dabo Swinney. Yes, he will torture my Broncos for the next 10 years. Yes, he will. And that's why Spencer, I want to have Spencer call. Spencer's one of my shipmates from the Caribbean. Broncos fan, but I don't hold it against him. He's a good guy. Carl Joseph days are numbered, maybe, but you know what? You can't have too many good to great to better than good secondary. So he might not be starting, but he's going to be getting some time, because I'll tell you what, Abram is a hitter, just like Joseph is a hitter. Okay. Hey, there we go. Here's some of the information I need to know. Undrafted is the guard from Alabama and the middle linebacker from Notre Dame. Okay. And another guard from UCLA too. Great. Thank you there, Raider Rev. Appreciate it, shipmate. Appreciate it. Could bring out the best in each other. But again, I tell you what we're going to do. Let's see who else is here. Captain Jack from Raider Nation, New York. Thank you there. Greg Bates, okay. I'll tell you what. Let me put that line on for you there. We'll put it up here. We'll get it ready. I see you calling in. Come on. Don't go away yet, Rev. Don't go away yet. Come on. Pop up. I see it over here, but it's not over here. Try again, Rev, because I didn't have Google Hangouts up. So try it again. We're waiting on Raider Reverend, the elder, AJ Bray Hughes, going to join us in a minute with a phone call. Hopefully it'll work out, because I got Google Hangouts up. But bottom line, that was my bottom line. I don't hear no crap about this. There we go. Raider Rev, Elder AJ, how you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Get it, boy. I'm glad, man.
Yeah, brother.
I'm doing good.
Blessing.
How you doing, man? You all right?
Man, blessed, highly favored, highly motivated. Amen.
Amen, brother. Amen. You're gonna have me singing hallelujah and all those other good things pretty soon there, brother. And you don't get too much out of me, but for you, I'm gonna give it all.
Yeah, it's man, it's a great day, man. And I'm looking back after I spent a great weekend with my lovely, soon to be, and she is great, my Alejandra. Yes, Lord, it's a blessing, I'll tell you.
Okay.
But I'm gonna get right to it.
Okay.
The Raiders went out and surprised a lot of people, and I know now what they meant by surprise pick at number 4. It was originally, everyone was talking, as you said, was going to be Allen from University of Kentucky. I get it. I was, biting at the bit as soon as I saw, Bosa go, and I'm glad to see him go. He is a mess, and I don't know how that's all going to turn out in Santa Clara, not San Francisco, but actually Santa Clara for those folks. But that locker room is going to be somewhat divided because of his actual political views and whatnot. Anyway, the Raiders did something that was astronomically beautiful, and I like what Mayock did. I like what Gruden allowed Mayock to do, was go out and get his style of players. And every year, if anybody paid attention to Mike Mayock, he always talked about the fundamentals of these players. Football, hardcore, fun, football 101 type players, leaders, guys who were not, with the criminal element. And for once, we don't have any of that looming in the locker room for the Raiders or associated with the Raiders. The running back was a solid pick.
Oh, yeah.
Farrell was a great pick. He's a leader in that locker room. He's a believer in Christ. He's going to be something that for years to come is going to be, profoundly a staple in that locker room.
Yeah.
And I love the safety we got because he's a headhunter, but he's a surefire tackler. He knows how to wrap up.
Yeah.
And we have been missing that. Guys just want to hit, but they don't want to tackle.
Right.
And I like his vision out there. I like the other picks with that Renfro kid. Woo, he looked like he went to the school of Mississippi Valley State down there in the SWAC and learned from Jerry Rice himself, would catch anything and everything with the smallest hands, but he could catch.
There you go.
Everything.
There. And that was the pick. That was the pick that Bill Belichick allegedly through his tablet when it was revealed that the Raiders picked up Hunter Renfrow. And I'm like, you know what? If Bill Belichick wanted him and we got him, then that tells you the quality of player he is. Tells you the quality.
That's right. And the first thing I thought about was he loves to go get Welker type players that come across the middle. But the guy's got moves and gets and stuff. I guarantee you, folks, the Raider Nation, put your seatbelts on, baby, because, yes, we finally have a receiving core.
That's
right.
We
got an offensive line that's being built. Look at the draft picks. Look at the UDFAs, the undrafted free agents that are getting signed. That middle linebacker from Notre Dame, he was third on the chart for top linebackers coming out of the college, and he didn't get drafted, folks. You have to be stupid to not be excited about what the Raiders have done. God has surely shined his blessing and grace on the Raider Nation.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
That's right. And by the way,
I'm telling you, it's starting to form up with the guys that we got. Woodson's happy about it. You know, the Raider Nation's happy about it. I love the surrounding hard-nosed, tough, just all they do is football. There's no sideshow with this. There's no outside influence. There's no criminal. There's no, oh, wait, he's got to clear that thing up at the courtroom. These guys are coming in from high program schools, and I love that pick from Prairie View College.
Yes.
Prairie View A&M, another one out of the SWAC. They went back and got a guy who was playing wide receiver.
There you go.
Off the edge.
A wide receiver. You know the kid is athletic. You know he's athletic. He needs some time. You need some time, but you know what? He was playing defensive end last year, but he played 3 years at wideout, so you know the kid is athletic. You know that the kid is if you coach him up, and I tell you what, with Brenson Buckner as the D-line coach, probably one of the best D-line coaches, bar none.
That's right.
He is going to get taught up, and I tell you what a thing. And by the way, also the kid Crosby. The kid Crosby is an excellent defensive end. You know,
he looks somewhat raw at his. He's got to get quicker to the quarterback, and I think that coach and those coaches over there are going to have those guys flying at the quarterback. That snap of the ball. They're going to teach fundamentals and we picked up some free agents to play defensive tackle and defensive end. So there's a lot of competition to be had.
There you go.
I hate to see who's going to get cut because there's some great talent on that roster.
That's right.
I wish we could keep them all, man, because those guys look like solid football players, and the way they're going at it, I'm not looking at 2-3 years later. I'm looking at right now. Right now. Carr's got no excuse. He better figure out his moxie and get his mojo back with the quick. Yeah. I'm praying for that, brother.
There you go. And again, for those that do not know, I'm going to have to make sure the elder. And did you up a grade? It's like senior elder now, or is it?
No, I'm elder. Yep, sir.
Okay, the elder is a man of the cloth. So that's why I call him Raider Rev. So that is why we say amen and hallelujah when the elder is on the line. And again, this is no BS when I say it, because I know that we mean it when we say it. And I tell you,
that's right.
I might not be as religious as the elder, but you know what? In my heart, I'm good to go. And he knows it, and we all feel it. We can feel it in here, in the room.
I love the spirit of this call.
There you go. Talk to me, brother.
Look. It is a spiritual movement going on right now in the Raider Nation.
That's
right.
And
I bless each and every one that's listening to this under the sound of our voices right now, declaring victory, victory, victory. Hallelujah. That smile should be upon your face.
Amen.
A loss. It is the Raider Nation, man.
Amen.
And all the youngins that are coming on board, to the elders and the older ones of us, and the seniors that we may be called, or whatever the title they give us.
There you go.
Truly, 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 God's glory, hallelujah, is shining upon the Raider Nation.
There you go.
It's so good to hear you, Captain Jack. It's so good to see you still doing your thing. It's a beautiful show. Keep it up, man, and God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you. I tell you what, one last parting shot for me, brother. You got one out the door?
Man, you know what? No matter what you might be going through, no matter what you're seeing, no matter how the check is balancing out on your checkbook, no matter who approves of you, no matter if you didn't get that job or didn't get it, let me say something to you. Count it all joy. The chapter I'm talking to is talking about James chapter 1, verse 1 through 5. Count it all joy no matter what you're going through. Amen?
Amen. I gotta go there, Rev. You take care, shipmate.
God bless you.
Bless you. And that is the Reverend. And we got Tommy B coming right behind him. Tommy B, can you feel the power of the spirit on the Raider Nation right now?
Yep, and I'm surprised you didn't hear me yell and holler after the fourth pick. Because I think Mandy Smith heard me because she texted me and she says, "Oh my God, I cannot believe you called it."
Well, we were talking about that, and like I said, we were thinking, and that is why my original take was, I said I love the pick, but I
said months ago I wanted Farrell. This is why I said.
Well, no. I said I wanted Farrell, but I said it was where. It was where. But now that I know what the game plan was, and I know that we had other people, what the way that they picked with getting Jacobs at 24, with getting the safety at 27, it makes sense. The number one priority was defensive rush end, and we got the Hendricks Award winner. So you know what? I rescind.
Not even that, Captain. He's a two-time national champion.
There you go.
And he dominated Alabama.
There you go.
He dominated that national championship.
That's right.
Everybody wants to sit there and talk about Allen. And everybody wants to talk about Quentin Williams. I'm taking Farrell. The dude is a winner. Stop hating this guy. Do your research, Raider Nation.
That's right.
Stop listening to these idiots out here that want to talk and give you this. Do your own damn research.
There you go. And
I'm sick of it. Then people bitching and whining. Why did we do that? Why did we do that? Okay. I called it months ago and said this album's going to be the best pass rusher in this class. Book it.
There you go. And I had nothing to say, but yes, sir. And yes, sir, by the way, if you are on Facebook, thank you for being there. But please come on over. Join us on YouTube. Join us on YouTube. www.youtube.com/C/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. Come on over. Subscribe. Better volume, better audio, better everything on YouTube. It's the best place to be. Thank you. Go ahead, Tommy.
The Marlins pick, the corner, love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep.
I think we might have our corner. He might be the corner we need opposite of Conley.
Yep. And I tell you, we're going to be at good bookends. And I know you don't like Worley, but I think Worley is very, very important to this D as a nickel. He's only going to get better, Tommy. I know you don't particularly like him, but I think Worley, there's a reason why we picked him up.
The talk came out, the report came out that Joyner will be the nickel. They're going to use him like they did Hall.
Yeah.
Joyner's not playing safety. They're putting him down at the nickel.
Nickel corner. Yeah, that's right.
So I'm wondering where they're going to put where Worley fits in. Is he going to be will they start him at corner?
No. I think Worley will probably be the dime, or will be the off corner on some, like when corners need a breather. He's next man up. So either dime or first in. That's just my take, because I tell you, our secondary, which was a Achilles heel last year, has got immeasurably better, and I can't wait to see who we trot out.
The corners is if you get that pass rush,
right? And we did that.
Get that pass rush,
right?
The corners, they don't have to cover as long,
right? And I tell you what, we got between And I'm going to say first, okay, obviously remember we got Hurst. We got P.J.
Right.
Hall. Don't forget Hankins. The man was
Right.
signed for a reason. He busted his ass last year, and he's there on that team, okay? Then we got Key, who's going to come in as like a rush specialist. Morrow, I think, is going to be the other defensive end opposite of Farrell, okay? Because Morrow is more of a first and second down rush end for the run, okay? So then you got Key coming in on special situations. We've gotten better in the linebacker core. The elder Raider Rev said we picked up a hell of a middle linebacker from the Notre Dame. So people are saying, well, we didn't get any linebackers. Well, we picked them up in free agency where we didn't have to spend any capital. This team is going to be very good.
Twitter where Carr put out a tweet. We also brought in the Fresno State
No, you see
quarterback.
Oh, Fresno
He's
State?
coming in as a rookie, I guess at rookie camp. He's
Okay.
coming in.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
did see that.
Yeah.
Now, will he stay? Who knows?
It depends. I mean, there's always room for maybe one on the practice squad if he's developmental, okay? But we also got the wide receiver from UC Davis, who's actually a local Alameda product. He's going to sign with the Raiders. So they did get another wide receiver. So again, this draft and the free agents that they picked up out of the park, grand slam, back-to-back. Well, okay, back-to-back
Now,
grand slams.
the Hunter pick surprised me because when we moved up, I was thinking, I was in a way was hoping it was Gerald Willis. I still cannot believe he went undrafted. And supposedly Bob reports, with me being part of the media now with King Stage Radio, the report that I've heard and what we've heard was teams didn't touch him because, and I'm not being mean, Captain, it was everything that happened when he was in Gainesville. His agents and everything told him not to talk about it, let it be.
Okay.
Because when he came to Miami, he played well he was there his sophomore year, didn't play his junior year because he went and straightened his head out and got himself fixed.
Uh-huh.
Then senior year, he balled out.
Okay.
But I really thought we'd pick him up. I was really hoping we'd get him at D tackle because I think he's going to be a steal.
Well, has he signed yet?
Yes, he signed right after the draft. He went to Baltimore.
Okay, well, Baltimore knows good pickups on the D-line. So you know that the kid's a quality product there.
Now, the one thing Baltimore did do that I still ain't figured out is when they went after Hollywood Brown. They got to have a quarterback to get that man a ball.
Well, like I said, they're all in on Lamar Jackson, and we'll see what happens there. But now who is their backup now in Baltimore? That now that Flacco's gone.
That's a good question. I know they drafted the kid out of Penn State.
McSorley?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I do know they got him. I'm not 100% sure who else they got in camp, who else they'll have, but I do know they did draft for Shorely.
Okay. Yeah, because Jared from Pittsburgh confirmed that. RG3 per Mike Arline. So they got RG3 and then got Trace McSorley. I think they're probably going to go with McSorley as the backup. So, I think RG3 might be, if they're smart, they'll tab RG3 as like a quarterback, QB coach and stash him away.
That's what they did last year with
right.
He never I don't think he ever suited up till like the end of the year.
Well, but that's the thing, though. They don't even have to put him on the 53. They can put him as a QB coach and then use him as like an emergency. If they ever need it, they can sign him right there because this way that's one less person they have to worry about. That's me, though.
And I don't know if you've seen where Sebastian Janikowski announced his retirement.
Yes, he did.
Hey, congratulations for everything that man did. I know he's a shithole.
Be nice.
For people that don't know what I'm talking about,
we know.
He went that school up north in trailer taxi.
I got you. We call them the bars.
Hey, he was a Raider. He did good things for us. I'm happy for him. I wish he would have retired as a Raider, not a Seahawk. But hey,
Well, you know what? It's okay. We know where he got famous, where he made his mark. He didn't do anything in Seattle. And so he didn't retire a Raider, but he retired, and he will be remembered as a Raider. So that's all.
I mean, that man probably one of the only no's. I said no's. It's hard for me to say.
Be nice. That's right.
It's hard for me to get that out of there.
I got
you. I can't think of anybody else that come out of there that I actually can. I mean, that man he won some games for us.
Okay. Got to say it. If you want to kick out, want to knock out Tommy Beard, the number is right behind me. 813-699-0834. We got lots to talk about. If you want to knock out Tommy Beard, 813-699-0834. Tommy, I'm going to give you 2 more minutes, man. Give me your best.
I'm going to go back to Farrell. I really love this guy. I've seen, like I said, me being an ACC guy, seeing this kid play, he's just, I'm not going to say rookie of the year, but he will be in the conversation.
There you go. Hey, Tommy, you take care, shipmate.
You too, Captain.
All right, that's Tommy Beard. We go from Tommy, we go to Pittsburgh. Jared D., talk to me about your Steelers. I tell you, Steelers did a lot of good drafting yesterday, shipmate.
Yeah, we had a pretty good draft this weekend, I'd say. I mean, moving up 10 spots to get Bush on Thursday, and then coming back, you and I talked about the last 2 or 3 weeks about Benny Snell in the 4th round. I mean, then you get Deontay Johnson from Toledo in the 3rd, and then you got a big tight end from Michigan, 6'8", 275 in the 5th hour. I think the Steelers did pretty well this week. I think they're very, very happy with what they've done.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't they get an A grade from one of the pundits on the talk shows or whatnot?
Yeah, and it's funny because Devin Bush also, it's funny how the Permane sandwich in Pittsburgh, that was his first meal when he came to Pittsburgh. That's where he went, however. First thing when he came to Pittsburgh, Friday morning, however. He had his first fight, however.
Johnny Branson.
He was so happy, however.
Okay, 1 second here, Jared. Got to give everybody at least 5 minutes, guys. Got to give everybody at least 5 minutes. Go ahead, Jared. Go ahead, brother.
But yeah, they did real well. I mean, I was stunned, like when I told you on Thursday night, however, when they moved up 10 spots, however. I mean, they knew that they were doing something right, however. Colbert and Tomlin did something right, and they talked to Elway and said, hey, you know what, you want to take a second off our hands in the 3rd next year? Yeah, we can do that with you guys. If you want to play, let's make a deal, let's make a deal. And sure enough, they got the great deal, however, and now let's see this Devin Bush kid get to work and get ready to start making an impact, hopefully.
Okay. Well, like I said, so now let me ask, because you are my Steeler expert, who do you guys got at backup quarterback?
Ooh, well, we got Mason Rudolph. We got Josh Dobbs. Those are our 2 backups.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to make a decision there, because you can't. You got too much talent on that roster where you need to carry 3 quarterbacks, and that's why I said you got to figure out between Mason Rudolph and Josh Dobbs. And I was saying it deliberately. Which one of those Bubbas are you going to keep? Because you need to get rid of one of them.
I think Mason Rudolph. I mean, studied last year, however, to learn for a year. I think he'll learn a lot this year, and Ben will teach him, however, but he'll also get some playing time. So I hate to say Dobbs is going to be the odd man out in this case, but I'm going to go with Rudolph. I'd say Rudolph over Dobbs on this one.
Okay. And since you are my Steelers expert, and I tell you, Jared is informative, keeps us squared away, and so don't piss and moan about Jared. We might not like his team, but Jared is a good viewer and a good friend of mine. So I allow him to come on because he gives me good insight. So, Jared, the point being is that the Browns, are they going to win that division? Now, looking at analytically, are the Steelers going to bounce back, or are the Browns the team to beat in that division?
I still think the Steelers have a slight edge on Cleveland, because Cleveland, even though Baker still has weapons galore with Odell Beckham, and of course they just got Greedy Williams in the draft, however, I still think, however, the Steelers could be back to respectability. I mean, like I said, they could go 11-5 or 10-6 and still win. Cleveland's going to give to Chase, no question about it. The team that's going to be really down this year, I think this year, however,
Cincinnati.
again, even though it's his first year, is going to be Cincinnati. I just don't trust Dalton at QB, however. And I think with the Bengals, however, you got Green and Boyd, however, but the Bengals have been struggling as long as we've known them. And Baltimore, they think they're going to be a little bit better with Lamar. They're going to be a little bit better with Harbaugh. They might finish number 3. I mean, that might be the toughest division outside of the AFC West when you think about it.
Okay. Well, your analysis, obviously, a grade of A for Pittsburgh. I'll give them that because I saw they got a lot of good picks. Analytically, no bias BS like all of these Raider hater crap. Obviously, you're liking what we did in the draft as well, correct? Yeah,
you guys did real well. You got Farrell at 4, however. You got the Jacobs, like I said to you in the chat. I mean, you got a Steele at 24 and might be the best back out there right now. He's got to step right in and hit the ground running and be that powerful runner you need, however. So it's going to be – but, yeah, I think the Silver and Black did just fine in their draft. I think Mayock and Green did pretty well this year.
There you go. And this is an unbiased dude and analytical, just like me. He doesn't have rose-colored glasses. He doesn't – by that ESPN BS, the NFL Network BS. By the way, I had fun sitting over the shoulder of Ryan Clark for NFL. Was it NFL Live? I don't know if y'all saw that, but
he's a fun guy to talk to. You got to get to know him too.
Ryan Clark, great guy.
I got to know him a couple years ago when he came in for a game. He's got to know him and Trey Wingo and those guys. So, yeah, Clark, he's a real nice guy. Let's get to know him.
Yeah, I was going to say, I had no problem with Ryan Clark. The problem that he had with me was the way I was dressed. So he kind of thought that I was probably going to be sitting on AB's side with this AB Clark thing. And to be honest, I'm like, AB, what are you doing, man? Don't run off. Don't run off at the mouth.
Clark, I think it was on Thursday or Friday morning, was on with Max and Stephen A. on the.
I saw that, and I was giving him props.
He said basically in his words, how the Steelers could have kept this thing in quiet check, how instead of Antonio blabbing it out and just acting the way he was, though.
That's right. And I'm gonna give a quick station break. By the way, if you're on Facebook, thank you for being here. I see your stuff, man. I am tired. I'm getting an eye migraine, so I apologize for me rubbing my eyes so much. It's been a long day. If you're on Facebook, thank you for being here. Please come over to YouTube. See who else we got here. We got Juan, Eric, Leslie. Thanks again, there, sweetheart. Kelvin, and there's my girl Angela, Miss Hazel. I got a chance to meet her this weekend. Great lady. Let's see who else we have here. Rex, thank you for coming aboard. And, God, that's another reason why I tell folks, go over to YouTube. I can't see the stuff over here on Facebook. Joe Palomino, thank you. And Dean Wester. If you need to know where, www.youtube.com/C/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. Come on over to YouTube. Well, go ahead and finish it up there, big guy.
Well, like I said, Howard, we're going to see how our training camp in a few months. Mini camp starts this week, Howard, but the Steelers of Pittsburgh also in the area, Howard, got some local athletes. Howard, one of the newspaper's writers' kids actually got drafted. It's so funny. He graduated from the University of Pittsburgh yesterday. Elijah was like, I'm friends with his father, Paul, who's one of our writers at Pittsburgh. Well, he was up at the stage yesterday, however. It's so funny. And as he was getting his diploma, he got a phone call out of the blue, I guess. His father either answered it or he couldn't answer while he was on the stage. And it was the LA Chargers calling him, and they said, guess what? You're coming to Los Angeles a free agent. So you got 2 things for the price of 1 in one day. So that's a pretty good story in itself.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Elijah's a good kid. I watched him in high school in Pittsburgh, and like I said, he went to Pitt, and like I said, his father's happy. I know his father's talking about this morning, Howard, on the radio here in Pittsburgh. So, yeah, so I think everything's good, Howard. Now we're going to see what happens with training camp just a few months away, and let's get going, as they say.
That's right. Hey, Jared, always a pleasure. Thank you for calling in, shipmate. And again, I always wait for your calls because I know they're going to be informative and they're full of no crap about the BS we have to hear from everybody else. And that's why I tell everybody your Raiders might not be your team, but if you know your stuff and if you're not an a-hole, I want you on the show because I want to hear from you.
No problem. I'll talk to you later this week, Evan. Thank you. Take care of yourself, all right?
All right. Thanks again there, Jared. Always good hearing from you, brother.
You too. Bye.
That's right. That's my boy, Jared. Again, let me wipe my eyes. been a very long day for the captain traveling down from Atlanta last night and this morning. Woke up early. It's always a pleasure to be here. That's why I wanted to make sure I was home for the show. And by the way, anytime you enjoy, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, thumbs up, baby. Thumbs up. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's see what we got with Sun Chips. Oh, that's a new person. Fixed a guard, yeah. Lester Cotton, guard Alabama. That okay. He put the number 14 pick by the Dolphins on his ass multiple times. There you go. Thank you for that insight. Jacobs, I tell you, Jacobs is going to be great. Yeah, and Renfro, like I said, if you make Bill Belichick mad that we picked your pick, man, that's awesome. It was side about big when it was Jacobs. Back over here to Facebook again. If you're on Facebook, thank you for being here. Please come over to YouTube. I can see the comments better on YouTube as well, so you get a better show, better picture, better sound, and I can see things a hell of a lot better. Okay? See things a lot better. It's youtube.com. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put it over here. I'll write it. Hopefully it'll go here. Give me a couple seconds. If I don't screw up the typing, which I've done already. C/cap. There we go. There we go. Hopefully that came through. And now I'm going to pin that. I'm going to pin the comment. There you go. If you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. We got another caller. Let's see what we got. Neil, how you doing, brother? Good to hear from you.
Good evening, Captain. How you doing?
I'm good. Other than my eyes, I guess I'm tired because I'm getting one of those eye migraines. So it looks like I'm crying my eyes out. It's only because they're just watering like a son of a bitch. So I apologize profusely, but there's nothing I can do about it. I wanted to make sure I was up here for all y'all. I wasn't going to drive all that and not have a chance to talk with you. And yes, I'm keeping my tag on. I know Mo wants me to take it off, but so talk to me, Neil. What's going on, brother?
I don't have a lot of time. I just wanted to check in and say hello to Raider Nation and Captain Jack's show and Raiders Dynasty out there. And just let you know how happy I am, not only with our free agency, but our draft was awesome. I mean, I've not been this excited since, I would say, maybe 98, 97. But
going back a ways. Going back a ways. Yeah. Gruden 1.0, right?
Exactly.
Okay. And I think we're gonna get there. I'm still a gotta show me, man. I should have been from misery in the fact that you gotta show me. And it looks good on paper. I tell you what, with what we have right now on the roster, I can see a lot of good things, but I'm not going to go over 8-8 until I see it.
Yeah, that I can understand that, and I won't admit to it, but I feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean,
the truth is, like you mentioned, we changed the team culture in a hurry in 1 year, and the fans that hated on Gruden last year, it was his first year in many, many, many seasons of coaching, but he's been in football. He didn't have much choice or much money last year. This year, you see what he can do. 10 years from now, people are going to sit back and go, damn, them Raiders.
That's right.
I mean, they're going to be hating on us even worse because we're going to win a load, if I can say that, of games.
An S-ton? Is that what you said?
I said we're going to win a crap load of games.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Crap load's fine. S-ton, we can say. I mean, I don't mind the swearing. I just try not to have so much. This way, we get a good rating here, and everybody says that we talk real good things, and we don't have too many Fs. I mean, it's going to come out, but I want to make sure that we try to keep it within realm, and that's fine. We all swear. We all swear. I just try to, and trust me, I can outswear everybody on this board. I know I can, but I try not to. So that's it. Now I tell you what, Chris Donnet is saying we're 10-6. Neil, are you feeling that as well? Are you feeling over?
I'm in the 10-6. I think I mentioned that last time I called, but 10-6 is what I'm thinking. And I realize we have a tough road schedule, but there is a bye week in between. And I know we're in a tough division, but and I probably mentioned this last time, but we were in all the games without a crew that we have now.
That's true.
We just let it down in the fourth quarter or halfway through the fourth quarter. So, I mean, we weren't blown out by any stretch. But I'm feeling good about it. I'll say 10-6 and take my licks if we're 8-8.
That's fine. I mean, here's the thing. If you guys remember, we were 4-12 last year. If we're 8-8 this year, that is a 100% increase in wins. 100% increase in wins. 4-8.
And you know what? I think that would be only if we go 8-8 this year, that would be our fourth winning season. Oh shit! In a long time.
Well,
What,
technically,
18 years, 17 years.
I would say
like
technically not a winning season because remember, we were 8-8 the year that who was canned? Was it when Cable was canned? We were 8-8.
Hugh Jackson and Cable both. We were
Right.
8-8 those 2 years.
Right. And it was Cable
So
that
that's
said,
two
at least
years.
we don't
4-12.
suck anymore. And he was canned immediately after that. And then Hugh Jackson came in. They were 8-8. Now I can't remember if we were 6-0 in the AFC West. If that was under Cable, if it was under Jackson. I think it was under Cable. We were perfect in the AFC West, but we can only win 2 other games. Okay. So we need to win our division games first, and we go up from there, and we're going to get up that precipice. But right now, I'm just saying, let me see 100% improvement to 8-8, and then I'll start seeing some good things. Because remember, the beginning schedule, that month and a half away from Oakland, is a bitch. It's a bitch. 2 away games, the London game, a week off, and then 2 more away games. 6 weeks away from Oakland at the beginning of the year is a bitch. Now, we'll get it on the back end where hopefully we're getting the team to gel together, and I think we're going to have a lot more wins in the second half of the season, but that 6-week span away from Oakland is going to bite. And hopefully it shows that the team will have character to work through it.
Well, I hope we can win the first couple of games and get us on the right track. But I'm just real optimistic, especially, with Joyner and the guys we brought in, and Trent and AB. It's just going to be a different look. I just don't. I mean, I understand, but I don't see them being able to put everybody in the box like they did last year.
Right.
Not going to happen this year. And we brought a couple guys in, like the guy from Alabama. Good grief, you're not going to throw anything in his area.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, with Mullins, is it Mullins? I think, yeah. So,
Yeah, but he's from Clemson now.
Oh, okay, Clemson. Okay, Clemson was from Mullins. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and like I said, people are calling us the Clemson Raiders or the Oakland Oakland Tigers. I don't care. Just call us winners. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either. Somebody today on my Raiders site or our Raiders site said orange is the new black, and a couple of fans, it went right over their head. I mean, they just got all pissed off about it. I had a good laugh about it.
Whatever, man. I said, say what you want. Just show up for the games. And I think we're going to do that. We got players this year right now. The people that are here right now are here because they want to be here. They want to play Oakland Raider football, and it's only going to get better. I mean, I've not been this ecstatic in a while. I mean, it was false ecstatic last year. I'm pretty ecstatic this year, and I'm still calling it 7-9, 8-8, but at least I have more of a promise where I think we can actually achieve that and go beyond.
Yep, I agree. All right, Captain. Just shout out to the Raider Nation, Raiderettes, Raiders. Remember, there's only one nation. Forget about the Steelers and the Queefs.
For sure.
And have a good evening.
All right.
Thank you, Captain, for taking the call.
All right. Thanks again, Neil. Always good hearing from you, shipmate. All right. That was Neil. Man, my eyes are bothering me. My goodness. Oh, apologies. I don't know. This is the first time that I've been in my house in 5 days? Because I left on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, 4 days. But man, I tell you, the allergies are kicking my ass. Apologies. Woo! It is horrible. Or as Charles Barkley would say, terrible. It's terrible, terrible. But I do got a line open, 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please give us some thumbs up out there. Let folks know that this is the place to be Sunday nights, Thursday nights, and when I have some guests on Wednesday nights as well. Doc, you're on. How you doing, shipmate? Johnny B, you're going to have to be quicker. Johnny B, you gotta go with Doc. I'll call you back in a bit there, Johnny B. Call back in after Doc. Doc, you got the floor, shipmate. What's going on?
Love that draft. I've given it a solid B plus, maybe an A minus. Depends how well we gel. But I am very glad Mayock has earned his money, in my opinion. It was very solid for us.
Gotcha. And I agree.
And I told you beforehand, I said, well, you got to see what we do now with free agency. And I said, well, I'm thinking 7, 9, 8, and 8. After this draft, I think we are a solid 8 and 8.
Okay.
Now, it all depends on us gelling.
Yep.
But looking at the schedule, after we have that long stretch away, we'll have 6 of 9 home games at the end.
That's right.
And I think that's really going to help us a lot. And 2 of those away games will be division rivals. 2 of the Chiefs and Denver. So
Right.
To me, that's going to play into our favor in the second half.
And also remember that the December game against the Chargers is a home game as well.
Yes.
And I'll be there, front row. Can't wait.
But I think we did really good. Now, I got a question for you. There's a lot of complaints. I've seen a lot of people complaining about the Raiders super fans were being mistreated at the draft. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I was there. And I don't want to say it was mistreatment. What I will say is this, and I'm not going to say anything that is not the truth. Hang on a second. Johnny B, you got to give him 5 minutes. You got to give him 5 minutes, Johnny B. He's only been on for a minute and a half. You got to give him 5 minutes. I know you want to call. I appreciate it, brother, but each call gets at least 5. This is what's going on with that, okay? The Raider organization, and I won't say exactly where, but from on high, told the super fans to include Gorilla and Black Widow. And I didn't have a ticket, so it wasn't me. Johnny B, you got to get Johnny B. You got to give people time to call, brother. Got to give people time to call. Raider Homer, how you doing? But they were told that they wanted a kinder, more family-friendly oriented appeal for the fans. So Gorilla was not allowed to wear his gear. His wife,
But the Miami Dolphins gorilla was allowed to wear his.
yeah, because this was the NFL did not say this. This was
Okay, it was the team.
It was the Oakland Raiders front office. Somebody from on high. I know who, but I'm not going to say. Somebody from on high told when it went down that you don't wear your gear. So the fans that were up forward were given a jersey with the 19 on it. And that was it. Now, I'm hearing – now, again, I was no, it wasn't Morris Bradshaw, Mike. It was not Morris Bradshaw. That I know for sure. It was not Morris Bradshaw. Morris would definitely be on our side on this one. Okay? But if Gorilla put his gear back on, that was later. Because Raider Joker put his gear back on after the fact. Because he had his gear on once he was let in. And I saw him, and we had a chance to talk. I was in the front row behind that area, first row behind the VIP area. I moved up, at the beginning. Okay. But second day they were showed out there. Jersey Tucker was there, and a couple other people. And Marilyn, who is Gorilla's wife, was out there wearing her gear. I didn't see Mark Gorilla the second day. I'm sure he was there. I didn't see him. But that was from on high. The Raider front office said that they wanted to be more fan-friendly and family-oriented, things along those lines. And here's the other thing. When a person put on his lead that he was not allowed to wear his gear, okay? The same person from the Raiders front office told him to take his post down because, and again, I'm quoting or I'm paraphrasing. I don't want to direct quote. Was that the draft was about the players, and that they didn't want to one up the players. Okay, that was what
But y'all dress up as to support the players, not to one up them.
I got you. Oh, good. Mike Berger said the Gorilla wore his gear and got on NFL Network. Good. But he was not allowed to originally. And let me see. What is it? Black Widow got on eventually, but they were told not to. Now, that is what the word was. And you can see how stupid that is because every fan out there, and again, I don't like the term super fan, but for basically just to make it easier on us, every super fan that was there from all of the different teams, they wear their gear. They're recognized. So it was a matter of some bad front office, I want to say influence. But I'm not going to comment on it anymore.
This needs to change before Vegas because I definitely want to see all of them to be able to wear their gear in Vegas. That's part of us. That's part of our nation. And I really hope that some kind of compromise, maybe they can get special screening for y'all ahead of time. It's like, hey, he's got a special ID. He's allowed to wear gear because we've already done the background check if we're worried about security.
Yeah.
I really think they could do something like that. Like you do to pre-register for flights.
Right.
Do something like that and then get these people because we need Vader. We need Gorilla. We need all of them. We need all our super fans because they're kind of like the backbone of our cheering section at those games. When we can't be there, they can represent the people who can't make it to the games.
That's right.
And people don't realize how important they really are to us.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Doc. And again, I was glad that I was wearing my gear. I wasn't able to make the inner circle, and so be it. But I was going to wear my gear because I'm Captain Jack. I mean, people hopefully know, or I mean, not everybody knows who I am, but I mean, I would look weird if I'm just wearing a Raider jersey and a hat. They said, he's just some old dude with a beard. But when I wear my gear, they know I'm Captain Jack.
Well, just remember, when you wear that gear, you're representing all of us when we can't be there.
Well, I appreciate
it. And I know some people might not, understand that from other teams, but for us, it's important. Just like Raider Bear has all his, friends who are
super fans and stuff like Ghost Raider and all those others, when they wear that stuff, they're helping us. When we can't be there, we may be around, like me, I'm from Virginia. I can't always make it up to California. And especially now when we're going through all these surgeries. But they sit there, those super fans represent us.
Well, like I said, I love wearing my gear, and I love to represent our team and our fan base. So I'm always going to wear my stuff, whether they don't like it or not. They can run a background check on me. It's going to be squeaky clean. I know it because I've been in the government service for 32 friggin' years. And if I didn't, to have the job that I have to have an impeccable background. So
Well, if you wouldn't, you're a Navy chief. That right there tells me a lot right there, buddy.
Well, for the most part, there are some people that get through, but I appreciate the good sentiment there, shipmate. I do.
But not many. There's also a few bad apples and everything.
I got you.
But the majority of that's pride and tradition. That's an honor that's not bestowed on everybody.
Yeah. Well, I got you, and thank you. Tommy Beard wants to know what part of Virginia you're from there, big guy.
I'm on the border of Virginia and West Virginia, just north of Roanoke.
Okay, Tommy, you got that?
Right off 64.
Okay. Tommy's near Baltimore area, from what I understand. I mean, he's more on the eastern side. Tommy, you need to get together with Doc Burdett anyway. Doc, are you watching on Facebook or YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay, good. Then you guys.
And one last thing before I go. I know he's on our team, but Valentine got shot Saturday night after being drafted by the Giants. His teammate was killed. We did put him in our thoughts and prayers. I know he's not a Raider, but he's still a human being, and I think we just need to keep thoughts and prayers for him too.
I appreciate that, Doc. Fine sentiments. I got to go. Shoot, I lost the call.
Talk to you later, buddy.
All right, no worries. Thanks again, there, Doc. And caller, call back. I apologize. I tried to get folks on. It was a number I didn't see. So a new caller or somebody I don't have in my phone. Number is there, 813-699-0834. He's not that far. Good. What's this? I'm trying to read everything. Shouldn't put others above anyone else. I agree. Diehards who travel get seasons and endure the ups and downs. We should put we should put others above anyone else. I get it. I agree. And that's why I don't like the term super fans. I really don't, because to me, super fan sounds like an egotistical term. That's why I said I am an easily recognizable fan. That's what I agree. Easily recognizable fan. Okay. Unknown at 505. Who am I speaking to?
This is Joe Paulino.
This is who?
Joe.
Joseph Palomino, the radio station for life.
Oh, Joe Palomino. Okay, thank you there, shipmate. Let me make sure I get your phone in here. So this way, when you call again, I'll know who it is. And I got you from Albuquerque.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me get you in here real quick there, Joe, so that I know that you are a true caller and not some damn troll I have to deal with.
Right.
Palomino. Okay. I think I got you. Hopefully I got you.
Hey, brother.
All right, you're in here, shipmate. What do you got for me?
Okay, brother, I'll tell you something. Okay, Raiders are the best team right now because we got the people from South, Jacob, and some guys from Demon Fighters. And okay, what's wrong with Cooper and Mac? Are they going back to Raiders or what?
Okay, what was say that again? Again.
Okay, Mac and Cooper, are they going back to Raiders Nation?
The Mac from
Mac from the Chicago Bears.
No, he's staying on the Bears, partner. They're redoing his they're redoing his contract.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay, how about Cooper?
No, Cooper's a Cowboy.
Oh man, that sucks. Because Yeah, because they're good players. you
Well,
know?
well, no, but I tell you, we did get some picks for him. We got 2 picks for Khalil Mack, and we got one. Actually, the first pick, the pick that we picked up, Josh or Jacobs, the running back, was the pick we got from Mack, and then the second pick, Abram, was the pick we got from the Cowboys for Amari Cooper. So no, they're no longer on the Raiders, there, brother.
Wow, that's a bummer, you know. Okay, so Carr is there. So Derek Carr is still the Raiders, right?
Yeah, Derek Carr's still with the Raiders.
Right. Then how about other players like man, the best players they have last year, they gone too, or they still got them?
No, most of the players are, like I said, now, not all of the players from last year are on the roster. If they were under contract, they're still on the roster, but there's a lot of players that the Raiders have gotten rid of because they were no longer under contract. Like, for example, Marshawn Lynch, who retired, Doug Martin.
Oh, wow.
Doug Martin is gone, and Jared Cook, who played tight end, he signed with the Saints. And so some of the players that were no longer under contract, they're gone. But if they are under contract or they were re-upped, they're back on the team.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that. Yeah, because I was just like thinking, I was like wondering if we have people back from last year than this year. You know?
Well, I want to say it's not a whole new team there, Joe, but it's a better team. I mean, for the people that are there right now, want to be on the Raiders. You know, if they're under contract and they're still here, it's because Gruden wanted to keep them. He didn't cut them. So it's like they're still here. Obviously, with a bunch of the free agents that we signed, you know about Antonio Brown coming over, Terrell Williams, Trent
Brown,
Williams.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of good players.
Yep. So do you think the Raiders going to Super Bowl this year?
Do I think the Raiders are going to the Super Bowl? No.
No. You have to say, I'm going to say about 8 wins. They might win 8 wins and 6 losses, I think.
Say that again, Joe?
I said they might win 9 games and they might lose 4 games.
Well, again,
You know?
I tell you, it could be anywhere from, I think they're going to win more than 4. I'm thinking that they're going to win 8 games, maybe 7 games, which is a hell of an improvement. They could win more games if things come together. But again, right now, are the Raiders going to the Super Bowl? In my mind, no. But they have the quality team to gel to get a lot better this year. And I think that they can be a lot better this year. And definitely going into Vegas next year, I see a playoff run definitely next year in Vegas, Joe.
Right. Yep, it's true. You know, yeah, it's true. It's right. You know, everything is possible. You know what I mean? Everything possible. Something happens, we'll do it. You know? It's possible.
Everything is possible. That's for sure.
Yep. You know, if Derek Carr doing good, Jacob be good, Josh Jacob would be good, and Trent Brown, hey, there goes money right there.
Hey,
you know, it's a big money. You know?
As long as they got a new offensive tackle, Trent Brown. They got him from the Patriots. As long as the offensive line keeps Derek upright, clean, and as Raider Reverend was saying, if Derek Carr can play in his head the way he was playing in 2016 before he got injured, things will be looking up for the Raiders. But Derek Carr has got to stay clean and fresh and have a good attitude. He's got plenty of people to throw the ball to. The offensive line, they block for him, and we got a running game this year that's going to be dynamic. The defense has gotten a lot better. So that's why I said it all looks good on paper, but you need to have the team gel. I think that we can definitely, we're going to win 7 games minimum, maybe 8-8. Then we can even be up to 9-6, 10-6, or 9-7, 10-6. It all depends upon the team getting together there, Joe.
Right. I know what I'm saying, brother, because it's hard because defense, you know, the defense is good defense, you know, and tough defense. You know, get the quarterback, the running back, and receivers, you know, we need good defense, you know, get them specific people, you know.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Joe, give me
Yeah.
one last comment out the door, shipmate.
I'm gonna shout to all the Raider Nations, proud and Raider Nation, proud and pray for life.
There you go. Raider Nation
Yeah.
for life, Joe. Hey, thanks for the call, man.
All right, brother. Be cool. God bless you.
God bless you as well. That was Joe Palomino from Albuquerque. Good to hear from new callers out there. And it's good. It's good that we have new callers that are very, very adept on our team. It's all good. We got folks that call in. Raider Hummer has joined us. Thanks again. Let me see if I'm missing anybody here on Facebook. Okay, we did get some people that came in. Apologies. Ron Fortenberry is here. Thanks for coming in there, Ron. Mike Toole, thanks for coming in. Yes, we talked about Seabass retiring near Mike. Jason Snell, thanks for coming in. Ryan Nagel, thank you as well. As far as we know, he didn't retire as a Raider. So he just retired. And, like I said, he's going to be remembered as a Raider, not a Seahawk. So that's all that cares. Line is open. Oh, Hill was suspended. Good. I'm glad to see that. Now, was he suspended by the NFL or was he suspended by the Chiefs? Let me know. Because one is more important than the other. Line is open, 813-699-0834. I don't know if they're going to sign him to a deal if he announces retirement. Normally, you try to do that before you announce your retirement. So, he can sign a one-day deal. Maybe. That would be the good thing to do. I would do it. Okay, so Casey Canham, good. And that's one of the main reasons. In fact, I asked that on when I was at the draft the other day. I said, who signed the fastest player in the draft? It was Kansas City, wide receiver, because they knew what that was coming down with Hill. They needed another person to take the top off the defense. Okay. Line is open, 813-699-0834. If you're on Facebook, thank you for being here, but please come over to YouTube. Please come over to YouTube. It is up there. I have it on a pinned comment, youtube.com/C/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. We've been on for almost an hour 20. It's always good to have participation. Thanks for everybody that has participated. Again, I apologize for my eyes. Very tired. Eyes are very tired, and they're telling me, dude, you've been up way too long the last week. Been a very long weekend. Yeah, I know. I said Tyreek Hill. The fact that the Chiefs drafted him when he was, had the issue with his then fiance or then girlfriend, now fiance, and they still drafted him. They don't care. They don't care. So I think the Chiefs, if they don't replace Hill, they've already took a hit with Kareem Hunt being gone. NFL Network says KC going downward. I think so. And hopefully we might be able to squeeze some more wins there. Because, again, you got to beat Kansas City. You got to beat L.A. And I don't think the Broncos, and again, I don't know whether Spencer is still here. I think the Broncos got a little bit better, but did they get that much better? I don't think so. So we'll see. Line is open, 813-699-0834. We've been on for an hour 20. There's plenty of time to call. Johnny Braxton, now's Johnny Branson, now's the time to call in. You got to give people 5 minutes minimum. Give people 5 minutes minimum to talk, and then we'll have you on. but I got to give people at least 5 minutes until we have a show that we have callers up the yin yang. And I'd love to have it where I can just have to give people 3 minutes. And it's 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, bam, bam, bam. That's what I want. I want more people to call in and are going to be regulars to do that, because then we'll know and we'll have all these people call in. And I agree, should be in jail. But you know what? I'm not a judge. That is why they have due process. I know what we all think. I agree with what we think. But because we live in the United States, there is such a thing as due process. And you got to be convicted by a jury of your peers. Ed Winchell, thanks for calling in, brother. I'll get right to you. Ed, how you doing, brother? I apologize as I wipe my eyes again. How you doing, partner?
I'm doing good, man. You should call it a day.
No, I'm gonna do at least an hour and a half. I'd like to do 2. I mean, I swear I will go. Now, if I don't have any callers after an hour and a half, after your call and whatnot, then I'll call it a day at 90 minutes. But I want to be here for everybody. And that's why I said, I'm here. If you want to talk, please call in. And I appreciate you calling in. I said, I'll tough it out, man. It's just a matter of just being irritated and anything, but it's the way it is. So how are you doing? And by the way, I appreciate you calling me the other day. I didn't get a chance to call you back. I was busy, but I wanted
It's okay.
But I appreciate all your information.
Sure. Anything I could do to give you some information that I hear about, I'll let you know.
For sure.
So how long did that kid get suspended for? Was it 8 games?
Well, they're saying that the Kansas City suspended him. So if Kansas City suspended him and it wasn't the NFL, then it's for however long that they think. Now, I remember that Kansas City said that he will have no participation in practice, but that's not necessarily a suspension. So let's not get wrapped around the axle for terminology. Kansas City has stated until further notice he is not allowed in practice, okay? That much I know. When they said they suspended him, that's why I said, is that new? Is that the NFL? I know that Kansas City said that you will stay away from our practices until further notice, because one of the hunts, I don't know which hunt it is, one of the kids said that they will look into what is going on and they will make a decision. So the case has been reopened by the DA because they dropped it, and then the day after they dropped it, okay, hang on a second. Jimmy Farrell, got to give everybody 5 minutes. Jimmy Farrell, call back in about 3. Call back in about 3 minutes. Go ahead there, Ed. But like I said, right now he's not suspended. He's just been told that he can't participate in practices.
Well, you know the NFL can still suspend him.
Yes. And that will take precedent over what the team does. So again, right now he's not, in my estimation, or officially, I have not seen anything about the NFL suspending him. Okay, there, Mike Merker said indefinitely until further notice. What I said, good. Thank you for verifying that, Mike. And again, so he ain't doing nothing right now, and he's not going to do anything until such a time that they deem it worthy of him coming back. And if they don't deem it worthy, if the DA opens up the can of whoop ass, then he's going to be suspended up until that time. And then, depending upon what the DA does, then the NFL will probably come in and drop some more on him. Depends.
Right. During the season.
Oh yeah, they can say that they can suspend him for a season.
I know. You know, we don't have any time or room for that, you know, in football.
Right.
I just deplorable what some of these kids, you know, are thinking between their ears. It's amazing.
Well, that is
but
why
we got a lot of good things happening with the Raiders. I'm happy with the draft. A little surprised at number 4. I think everybody was thinking we picked someone else, but you know, I know that Gruden and Maylock knows what they're doing. and you got to have faith in the coach
Right.
before anybody else. So, I hear a lot of good things about the 4 pick and all the other picks. I hear a lot of great things about them.
Well, like I said, the kid is a 2-time national champion, a Hendricks Award winner, and he's got the height, weight, and speed right now. Right. Okay. What is it? The kid from Allen from UK, he's not as big, he's not as strong, and he needs to gain weight if he was going to be in our system doing that. Okay? Cleveland Farrell is a beast right now. Actually, Cleveland Farrell is a better defensive end right now than Arden Key is, because Arden Key is still learning that position. He was a hybrid linebacker defensive end at LSU. He has a year under his belt, but right now, Cleveland Farrell is above him in ability because he already knows and has the technique down for what we want in that system. Arden Key's going to get better, but we got that right now with Farrell.
I know. It all sounds real good. You know that Daniel Jones, your guy from Duke?
Yeah.
His agent is tied in with Belichick in his group.
Well, that was one of the reasons why he was in and out of Patriots camp at least 3 or 4 times. So there was a good reason why the Patriots were looking at him. And I tell you, I know Lawrence Pace's brother Lucky and I were going back and forth on the positives and the negatives of Daniel Jones and Drew Lock, because again, I'm on record as saying that I don't like Drew Lock and I think he's going to bust out. Lucky Pace, who is Lawrence's brother, one of the presidents down in one of the Texas clubs, great guy by the way.
Right.
He was saying that he thinks that Locke is going to be a very good pickup for the Broncos. I'm like, okay. And he was saying some things that were convincing. I don't see it, but again, we'll see in a couple of years how that pans out.
Right. I think a lot of these players from the 19 draft are going to be really great players in the NFL. It's a good group of kids. Good group of kids all the way around. I mean, you got a couple. Who was that kid that got drafted and then he got shot today?
Yeah, the kid from the Giants. We all said a prayer out for him.
That was unfortunate. But hey, for the most part, I think it's going to be a good crop of kids coming out. But I think there's going to be a lot of good guys coming out next year too that are going to surprise a lot of people.
I said this as well. I said that if the Raiders are going after a quarterback and it's going to be a protege. Now, apparently this was before that they signed a kid from Fresno State who obviously is from Derek's alma mater, and he's a very good quarterback. I don't know anything about him. I'm just getting the news with everybody here. If he's a developmental quarterback, great. And if he's a protege of Derek Carr, great. Jones is actually a protege of the Mannings. He was taught by David Cutcliffe, who is the Mannings' or I should say Peyton's coach at Tennessee. So he has that type of building block for that mentality of that offense. If Jones is anything like Peyton, well, of course, Peyton's going to be a Hall of Famer, so I'm not saying he's going to be anything like Peyton. But if he has at least 1/10 of what Peyton has, he'll be a decent quarterback. Now, he will. And I said that don't poo-poo the pick, okay? Don't poo-poo the pick. The New York Giants, I tell you what, Giants fans, when I was talking to them here, they are a bunch of crybabies, man. It's because you could give a Giants fan a free pizza with all the toppings, with a pitcher of beer, and they complained that the pizza wasn't hot enough and the beer wasn't cold enough. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I got a lot of that. Yeah. And, I said, dude, he hasn't even taken a snap yet, and you're all complaining. I'm like, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Give the kid a chance.
For sure. I wanted you, being that you're the football professor prodigy on all about the Raiders. Just a question. Now, keep in mind, I've always been a Derek Carr fan.
Gotcha.
Always will be. He's had some bad breaks, like in 16, or else we would have seen him in the playoffs, I think. But do you personally think that it's a win or bust for Carr in 2019 for his future with the Raiders?
It depends. It depends upon if the defense is up for the task. I really think that he needs to win a big percentage of his games. He's got to improve the Raiders as a team, and I think he needs to do that. By the way, thank you for coming in there, Robert Bigler. Great guy, a Kansas City fan. And Robert, I'd love for you to call in after Ed's done. But I don't think that I don't think it's maybe boom or bust. We will know about that when this season is done. If John Gruden picks a quarterback next year, that might mean the end of Derek Carr. I think that actually, if they'd be smart to get a quarterback next year for developmental, they can turn the reins over sooner, if not later. But I think they're going to need to do that next year anyway, and that's why I like the kid Fromm from Georgia. I've heard good things about Herbert from up at I think he's at Oregon. So they got things to do, but next year is the time to do that. And Robert Bigler, again, great guy. I met him on a flight. Really, really good to see that. Robert Bigler says, and I'm going to quote this to you there, and I want to hear your opinion on this. And yeah, he's a Chiefs fan. He said that Tyreek is done, and I agree with that. Think the Raiders aren't going to beat the Chiefs in KC. They still can't win here in Nicole. Robert, I'm going to be at that game December 1st. I hope you will be there. I will be there.
That cold.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going, because December 1st is better than December 30th.
For sure. I'd like to go to that game. Maybe we should go together.
Well, yeah. I mean, I got my tickets. So let me know if you're going to go there.
What do tickets cost you, Captain?
Well, I'm talking about the Kansas City game in Kansas City.
No. I was wondering because I'm thinking about buying season tickets. I just don't have any idea what they cost.
I think I'm paying. Oh, I did it in like
$3,000.
No, it wasn't that much. I think it was like 24.
Okay.
I think it was 24, and I have the option of upgrading, but in fact, I have a payment that's due mid next month, and then then the following mid next month. So I think about 2,400.
Okay, that's not a bad price.
Yeah,
I should look into that.
Yeah, and that's what do you call it? Club seats, and so that's not bad.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, obviously, in Vegas, they're like $4,000, and I'm sitting lower bowl, right at a corner end zone, lower bowl. I think like the 8th row on the not on the aisle, but on the next to the what do you call it? The atrium where the people come out. So we'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
But yeah. And Robert, I'm going to see you at that Kansas City game. Thank you there, Shipmate. Make sure you get in touch with me too, brother. But yeah, I mean,
I'd like to go to the game too. I'm trying to get up there also.
Well, anytime you're going to a game, let me know there, Ed, because it's going to be fun.
Oh, for sure.
And I still want to
thank you for all your work at the draft. I know you did a lot of correspondence and everything, and I really want you to know I appreciate that because you're my source to find out what's happening at these places. I don't trust the press.
Yeah.
But when I know it's coming from you, I know it's totally legit.
Yeah, I try not to banty about bullshit. I try to. It might not be the truth, but it's the truth as I know it or see it, and then I will make sure that I quantify it, that it is what I see, what I've heard, and I give my sourcing. And if it turns out to be BS, I'll retract it in a minute too.
As soon as you know.
Exactly.
Sure. All right, Kat. Listen, I know you got some other guys that want to call in or winches, but wanted to touch base, and I'll talk to you next week.
All right. Hey, thanks again, there, Ed. Always good hearing from you. Like I said, I definitely need to get a hold of you and your lady about that, about where she works, shall we say? I won't say any more.
Yeah, you got my number. You can give me a call whenever you're, got a minute. We can chat about it.
You got it. Hey,
And I have your other number too, so I can call you too.
You got
like I did the other day.
You got them both, brother.
Okay, buddy.
All right. All right. Take care, Ed. That's Ed Winchell. As I dab my eyes again, I do need eye drops. My eyes are tired AF. Tired AF. But I'm here making sure I'm on. The line is open. 813-699-0834. I'm going to tough it out. If we get some more calls, we'll do this more. We're at 135. Going to be an awesome season. Yeah. Homer, you can call in. I met Raider Homer the other day. Oh, great guy. And good meeting you there, shipmate. I'm going to see Robert Bigler at the game. That's good to know. Well, here we go. Johnny Branson, you got to be quicker. Johnny Branson. Jimmy Farrell. Johnny Branson, he's always like number 2 because I get the call from Jimmy Farrell and then Johnny Branson calls at the same. And I got to go to the first caller, Johnny, and that was Jimmy Farrell. I want to talk to you, Johnny, but you got to be quicker. Go ahead there, Jimmy. Talk to me, and no hockey tonight.
Yeah, I know. I like the draft, nice picks, and I had a feeling they were going to get Farrell and Jacobs. So I was kind of right on the first 2 picks.
Yep. Well, you did say that, and I do remember that. So I mean, nobody can say that you didn't say that. Wait a second. Who else is calling? Johnny Branson. Johnny, we got to let people get 5 minutes, brother. 5 minutes. Call back in about 4 minutes, brother. Call back in 4 minutes, please. I want to hear from Johnny Branson, but I got to give people 5. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah. Did you hear that Belichick was very pissed off?
Yes.
He got Renfro?
Yeah. We talked about that. As soon as he saw that the Raiders had drafted Renfro, he threw his tablet across the room, pissed off as hell, which is great. I mean, that tells me all I need to know how wanted Hunter Renfro was for the Raiders and for the Patriots, and the fact that the Raiders got him. We got a good asset there, and that's going to be our slot. That's going to be our Wes Welker. That's going to be our Danny Amendola. That's going to be our Julian Edelman. That's going to be our guy to do that. Okay, so you figure you got Fleet on the outside with Antonio Brown, who's fast and can run routes. You got Fleeter with Terrell Williams that can just take the top off of defense. You got Renfro in the slot. And don't forget about Aitman. I think Aitman might turn into like a tight end type of player because he's big. They might trick him over to tight end. I'm telling you, you keep talking about J.J. Nelson. I don't think J.J. Nelson's going to play the Raider Rev. I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play.
They're going to draft a tight end.
Well, they did draft. They got the kid from LSU, and he's got good hands. So they got Waller at tight end.
Is that the kid who never dropped a ball in college?
I don't know if that's true, but I know that I remember his name. He doesn't have a lot of speed, but he's very consistent in catching the ball, and that's what they're going to need. Out of his name is like Mauro or Maru or Moreau. Right. Sorry, it's Moreau. But that's it.
Yeah. What do you think about this guy Metcalf? Because I kind of like him. Seattle pick.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, he was at the very end of the second round, which was that's good. That's good value. That's good value. But you know what? I think he's all roided up, man. I think he's all roided up.
He can't run routes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing. He allegedly can't run routes, But the thing is that they always threw him a fly pattern anyway, so we don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't wait to get my Farrell jersey because you know why, right?
Oh, of course. I mean, are you gonna change the E to an A?
I was thinking about it. I don't know yet.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's close
No,
enough. It's
yeah.
close enough.
But I think he's going to be better than
Josh Allen?
Yeah, Josh Allen. I looked at him like this guy's a beast, man, and he's bigger than Mac.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing: he's a true rush defensive end. A true rush defensive end. Now, Josh Allen, when you put him in the system that he's going to be playing with in Jacksonville, will be fantastic in that system because they use the tweeners in that system. They run a hybrid 3-4-4-3, which is why they have always had a good defense the last couple of years. He's going to make that defense a lot better, but I don't think that he would have fit our scheme, and it was a scheme fit. And yes, the fact that he has Joel Siegel as his agent, the fact that Oliver had Joel Siegel as his agent, I'm sure was one of the main reasons why, other than a scheme fit, that he wasn't picked. Why pick a person that you have to deal with their agent when their agent is a pain in the ass?
Well, plus Oliver didn't get along with his coach. That's not a good sign.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we got all good character guys. Character guys.
And you think Jacobs going to start?
Well, no, I think that Jacobs is going to be in an RBC. We're going to use him. We're going to use Jacobs. We're going to use Crowell. And if Warren comes back and can play well, he'll be in the mix. But
is he definitely coming back, or is he still hurt?
Warren, as far as I know, he's coming back. So it's like you got Warren the third, you got Isaiah Crowell, and you got Jacobs as your top three running backs. Not necessarily in that order. I'm just saying that's your top three. And then I don't include Richard because Richard is a third down receiving specialist. He can carry the ball and be an off player, but he's not your top running back. But you want to keep him fresh because he can do a lot if he can hold on to the friggin' ball.
Yeah. Do you think that Carl Joseph is worried about his job now?
Well, I think everybody on that team is worried about their job. There is nobody who should feel safe about their job other than one Derek Carr. And if you want to throw somebody in the mix,
disagree with that.
No. Antonio Brown. Okay. Derek Carr and Antonio Brown, I think, should not feel like they're not going to be Raiders for this year. Everybody else is going to have to make that team.
I kind of disagree with that. I think it's either make or break with Carr. I mean, how long he's overpaid right now?
Okay, but who do you got?
How long has been on the team?
Okay,
5 years.
Well, yeah. Who are you going to throw? Are you going to throw in Mike Glennon over Derek Carr? Are you going to throw in Landry Jones over Derek Carr? No. They're backups for a reason. Derek Carr, pending something bad, unforeseeable, is the quarterback for the Raiders. And I like the fact that they had that little stick where it shows, hey, for all you haters, I'm still here. That was beautiful.
And I'm so sick of these experts. They all say, the Raiders got to pick a quarterback. Oh, Salim Farrell was drafted too high. I mean, we've got this guy on the fan who says, why did the Raiders pick him at 4? They could have traded 15. They could have got him at 15. I go, duh. Maybe because they tried to trade him down to 15.
Right.
Maybe because they couldn't get him. I mean, come on. There's a reason why they picked him at 4.
Exactly. It's good to say, and it's good to say that you could have had him later on. And I said they could have had him later on, but the problem is you need to find a trade partner. And if you don't have a trade partner, you're stuck with that pick. And like I said, quote unquote, you're stuck with it. If that's who you wanted and you don't have a trade partner, you pick the guy you want. And that is a Mayock pick. Mayock, to me, had a fantastic draft. All these people that are saying that Mayock blew this draft, bite my nose. My nose.
I'm a little surprised that they didn't draft the offensive, defensive line or a linebacker.
Well, but here's the thing: they picked up the middle linebacker from Notre Dame free agency. Okay,
Are you serious?
yeah,
Where was that?
yeah. Today, in fact, Elder told me about it. The middle linebacker from Notre Dame, who's a hitter, good
Mhm.
tackler. We picked him up in free agency.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Well, because you read the news linebackers,
we do.
and Jelly Bean, I just wish he would just go away. I'm not too thrilled about him anymore.
Who?
And he's Jelly Bean,
Jelly Bean. Who's Jelly Bean?
the defensive tackle.
Oh, you mean Jelly? Jelly
Yeah, yeah.
Ellis. Jelly Ellis. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they call him Jelly Bean. I don't know why.
Well, they call him Jelly. Jelly Bean? No, Jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jelly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jelly Ellis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about him.
Well,
My friend says, "Oh, he's good on against the run." He goes, "Well, what about the pass rush? Or I just don't like him. I'm not crazy about him."
well, he serves a purpose, and he's going to be there. He's going to be there until he's not, and that's why I said he was re-signed to a contract. I think last year, so he's still under contract. If he's not in the Raiders' plans, he's not going to be there.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I didn't draft Haskins. Did you see what Haskins did when the Giants picked? I forgot his name. From
Jones.
Duke.
Jones.
John.
Yeah, what'd he do?
He laughed when he got picked to the Redskins. These Giants should have picked Haskins.
Well,
Yeah,
so
I don't like Haskins. I think he's going to be another Jamarcus Russell.
well.
That's my opinion.
Then Haskins. I'm going to take that comment. I'm going to make a comment. I'm going to let one other person call in there, Jimmy, and I appreciate it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the thing is, if Haskins did that, then he did the same thing that Crabtree did when the Raiders picked DHB over Crabtree. He laughed and laughed and laughed, saying that he was glad the Raiders didn't pick him. If that's what he did, then that shows that the kid might be an ass.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, Captain. I'll talk to you on Thursday.
You got it, man. Always good hearing from you,
Okay.
Jimmy.
Okay, take care.
Take care. That's my boy, Jimmy Farrell. Amazing. No hockey talk tonight, but then again, I said we weren't going to talk hockey. We're all football tonight. Post-draft wrap-up. Johnny Branson, now you can call in. No callers ahead of you. Somebody can call in. Right now, we are at, let me see what we're at. We are at 147. So we got 12 minutes of time to call in. So if you're still here, and you want to call in, now's the time to do it. And like I said, Matt Marinovich said that the undrafted free agent is full of linebackers and offensive tackles. That's good to know. Mike Arline, you got the con, shipmate. How you doing?
Hey, how are you, sir?
Other than having some really tired eyes and bitching about it, and I apologize, I am fantastic.
Well, hopefully you'll get through it. I know about that drive to Atlanta and Nashville. I've done that many times, so I understand.
Oh, definitely. I said I only got 12 more minutes to deal with. It's going to be you, maybe one more, and that's it.
Okay. Well, I wanted to call in, and I think the sleeper of this draft is that Quentin Sims, that 7th round draft pick.
Yeah.
That guy has a lot of talent. I know he's raw, but he can really help us. He played tight end. He also converted to a defensive end. I've seen some tape on him. He's pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say when I was doing my live video yesterday when I got to Atlanta, and I didn't even see who the pick was. I just said, hey, I know that we some defensive end from a small school, then as I'm doing my live video, they're showing highlights of the kid on BSPN. Yes, I said that correctly, BSPN. And I think it was Chris Mortensen was doing the package on him. And I'm like, why am I seeing a video for a wide receiver? And then I watched the dates, and it was like these dates he was playing wide receiver. I'm like, wow, the kid played wide receiver for 2 or 3 years and then flopped over to defensive end. Shows how athletic he is. And yeah, he's a project. I get it. But you know what? He was a 6th round pick? That's where you get your projects. The Raiders didn't have a 7th round pick. They had him as the last pick. He's a project, and that's great. If that's who they wanted to draft, and I think the kid has a lot of ability, you coach him up, show him technique, and he could be, like you said, he could be the steal of the draft. And the other kid, Crosby, is a very good defensive end as well. So don't poo-poo hit that pick either. So the Raiders got the best out-and-out regular defensive end in Clelin Ferrell other than Bosa. Okay, and I'm glad they didn't get Bosa. I think Ferrell is going to be head and shoulders above Bosa in ability and just heart. And then you got the other 2 kids at defensive end. Plus, we got some defensive tackles and middle linebackers as undrafted free agents. So what more could you ask for? Every need that the Raiders needed, in my mind, they addressed in the draft and free agency. So we're good to go.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like also, too, I know they were talking about, of course, all the talk about Farrell, and he's, we shouldn't have picked him, but, he fits our system. Plus, again, like you said earlier, or about our free agents, and we picked up Benson Mayowa, who's pretty good from for the Cardinals last year. I think he got like 8 or 9 sacks.
Yep. He went from the Raiders got rid of him because the Dallas Cowboys signed him to a ridiculous contract. And then he went from Dallas to Arizona, had a fantastic year for him. And then the asking price was good to go. And he wanted to be a Raider. I've always liked Benson, and I'm glad we got him back. And I actually kind of forgot that he was one of the guys who got. We have so much right now, talent and depth. Right now, I'm really, really happy about what we got to show for
it. Definitely, yeah. Now, I know we still got D-Wash on the roster too, but I don't think he's going to make it a running back.
If it's a numbers game, I don't think that he makes it. I think the only reason why he made it last year was because at the beginning, wasn't Rashard injured?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, and that's why we kept him. So if it's a numbers game and Rashard is not injured, DeAndre, very very talented, but didn't live up to the potential as that 4th round pick when we had him a couple years back.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely, that's true. So, but I'm very happy with the draft. I think we're, on the move, and we're gonna, I wish I could say 10-6, but I'm like you, 9-7, 8-8. I think we're going to be most likely because the schedule is kind of tough with those, those first part of those road trips, those 6 games. That's brutal.
It is. And I tell you what, I think it'll reap benefits at the end. If the Raiders, by some stretch of the imagination, do very well at the very beginning of this schedule, as tough as it is, I might revise those figures up. But right now, I'm going with 7-9, 8-8, based upon the fact that it's going to take a while for this team to gel and get that togetherness going. And you, like I said, you got a 6-week stretch where you're playing away from home. That's a bitch. And it's just we'll see where the character is on this team. And we might be able to work through it, but we'll see.
So are you traveling to the Houston game?
Yes, I am. I will be at the Houston game. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I think I have like decent tickets, like 3rd row. It's either 1st row or 3rd row, right behind the Raiders bench. So I'll be at the Houston game for sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to try to. I guess I'm going to try to go to that game if I can.
Yeah, in fact, I got tickets for every game except for London. at Denver at the very end of the year, and Minnesota, but I'm working on Minnesota. So right now, I got because I got my season tickets. I got tickets to 13 of the 16. Now I might not go to the Tennessee game because a very good friend of mine, a couple that lives in Nashville that I got a chance to see this weekend, they're season ticket holders. I might sell them my tickets, and I might go out there on a one ticket alone, but I might be selling those two to them. It all depends upon what's going on. I might miss a game in Oakland this year. I'm not going to try to, but as of right now, those are the only games that I'm thinking I might be selling. It's because good friends and they're Titan season ticket holders, and why not give them the opportunity to go out and see a game in Oakland before it ends?
Now, do you know which games are going to be here in Tampa?
That's the thing. I if we go on the schedule right now, the only game that I know I'm going to be here in Tampa right now is the last game of the season. So
Okay.
I'm gonna I know what you're getting at, and I'm gonna have that Raider party. I just got to figure out when, and that is one of the reasons why that trip to Oakland for the Tennessee game, that might turn into the welcome F Barb here into the house party.
Okay.
But I didn't forget. I know where you were going with that, and it's either
because I won't see you if you're traveling that much. I won't see you this year.
Yeah, and like I said, and I told Lawrence Pace because I saw him at the in Nashville. I said, hey, it might be the last game of the year, December 30th, when we're at Denver. But if it's before then, it might be the Tennessee game. Or I might figure out a game where I really don't want to go out to. I know that sounds horrible, where I don't want to go out to Oakland, but I want to try to figure out a game that would make sense depending upon when this room gets done. I will have that meeting of the full-fledged Florida Bay Area Raider boosters in this room.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
Oh yeah, I didn't forget, brother. And if I can do it, it might be if I want to get it done, depending upon when the folks get done with this, because I have to drop a down payment on the people that are going to be doing this. It might be a preseason game, but it will be a game here because if I'm not mistaken, the Raiders got a preseason game that's televised on TV. I think it's the Packers game. So
okay. That sounds good.
If all goes as planned, it might be that game if the room gets done in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't forget you, Mike. I didn't forget you, brother.
Okay, well, that's good. Hey, you know what? One favor too that I have lost your personal cell, so off the air, if you could text that to me again.
Okay. Well, let me.
When you get a chance.
Well, I saw you call in. Hang on here.
Yeah.
I want to make sure because I saw your name show up, and I'll make sure that it is. I'm reading it. Yeah, I got your mobile. I will definitely text I'll text you my number as soon as the show's done.
Okay.
Anything else, Mike?
Oh well, I guess some of the other callers kind of took some of my thoughts about. I guess I was going to mention about. I guess, like you said, all the players should be worried because I was going to mention Carl Joseph, but I kind of agree. I think everybody needs to be worried.
Yeah.
On the roster, except for, like you said, Carr and probably Brown. And
that's it.
And probably that's about it,
Like I said, I can almost guarantee you that, and you know what? I'll give the two of the three first-round draft picks, I'll give them a pass too. I'm pretty sure that Farrell's going to make the team. And I'm pretty sure that Jacobs is going to make the team. So put Carr and Brown there. I think that we got four. I might go out on a limb and say that the left tackle that we paid a shoot ton of money to, Trent Brown, is going to make the team. So let's go 5 people. 5 out of
Right.
53, I think, are okay. But everybody else, you better work your butt off for that roster spot.
Yeah. It's definitely, because it's a lot of competition, definitely,
Gotcha.
which is good. We needed that.
Yeah. Gruden is bringing back the mentality where it used to be of the Raiders above all, team above all, and that's just the way it should be. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see it come to fruition. And I'm really, it's gonna happen, and I can't wait to see it.
And one last question for you. Who do you think will win that backup spot? Do you think Jones or do you think Glennon could win that backup spot?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, if you look at overall, I know this is going to sound horrible. To me, Mike Glennon right now is a better quarterback.
Yeah.
Mike Glennon to me is a better quarterback, but Landry Jones has that rapport with Antonio Brown. So if that shines, that might be a determining factor. But to me right now, Mike Glennon is a better backup. So if you're going right now, I would say Mike Glennon, but that's just my thoughts, you know. But Landry Jones has really good rapport with Antonio Brown. If that plays into it, then that might be a determining factor.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I guess they haven't have they signed all the the free agents or the undrafted free agents yet? Has that list come out yet?
Well, actually, it should be on Raiders.com. People were telling me about these free agents they talked about. I saw the only one that I saw personally was the kid that was receiver out of UC Davis that said he was going to sign with the Raiders. And then, like I said, Raider Rev was telling me about a bunch of, like I said, the middle linebacker from Notre Dame, a couple of other people. He was talking about a guard from Alabama and a guard from UCLA. These are per the sources here. I haven't seen it because literally, I literally went hot jumped out of my truck to get here in time. No, actually, I was about 2 minutes late, but relatively on time at 9:00 so that I was here for the show. And so all of those things will be on Raiders.com almost immediately. So you'll see who we picked up as an undrafted free agent.
Okay. I'll take a look at that list then.
Most definitely.
Okay. Well, I'll let you get one more caller, and I know you said you're going to shut it down a little after 11, I guess, but I'll let you get one more caller in, I guess. But,
all right. Well, we'll see if anybody wants to call. If somebody wants to call, that's great. But if not, then I'm gonna try to find some damn Visine. But I don't think I have any. I'm just probably gonna get some water and rest my friggin' eyes because I feel like I've been crying for the last 2 hours.
Yeah, that or some Claritin D might work for you.
Yeah, I think I got that. I got Zyrtec. I got to take that anyway. So yeah, I'll take my Zyrtec tonight, and hopefully that'll help out too.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Hey, well, like I said, I'll look for your text after the show.
You got it, Mike. Hey, thanks again for calling in as well.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. That's Mike Arline, and that's my boy from here at the Florida Bay Area Raider Boosters. Thanks again, Mike. Oh, yeah. Yep. He did hang up. So again, I will text him. In fact, I will do that now while I got a free minute and say, hey. And I'm going to see if I have any more calls. And if not, then we'll wrap this up. So we'll give this about 2 minutes. And I'll do my final thoughts again. Out the door, the people that are saying that this was a C+ draft, you got to be kidding me. So we did get a call. Okay, we'll see who this is. Illinois 331. Who am I talking to?
This is Ryan Eagle.
Ryan Nagel. Outstanding, brother. Let me put you in here. Hang on here. I am putting you in my phone now, so I got you here because I don't want to lose anybody that I know is legit. So I got you here. I didn't say what your number was, but I do got you in here. Okay.
It's all good.
You got it. Hey, Ryan, thanks for calling, shipmate. What you got for me tonight?
I just wanted to get off my chest how people are hating on this draft. I thought we hit a home run.
Exactly.
We had 6 guys in the championship game. And Farrell, he was got the Ted Hendricks Award. I mean, I swear people don't do their homework.
No, they don't. In fact, Ted Hendricks himself put out a blast saying that, he was very proud to have the reigning Ted Hendricks Award winner be on the team, a kid of character, that's won, like you said, won the national championship twice. He said, I'm very proud, very proud of this gentleman and how I'm paraphrasing, but Ted Hendricks himself putting a tweet out for that, welcoming him to Raider Nation is all you gotta see and know. Okay,
and
that's
fantastic.
fantastic.
To hear.
Yeah.
Did you happen to look at the undrafted free agents?
Not yet. Again, I saw. I went through the list of what people were telling me. I didn't get a chance to look at it because
we got this kid from Notre Dame that's supposed to be the legit. His name was Tevin Coney,
right,
linebacker,
the middle linebacker. Yeah, Raider Reverend was telling me about him. The kid is. I know about him from Notre Dame, and there's an awesome pickup as a free agent off the street.
Yeah, they were surprised that he didn't get drafted, they said.
Yeah, I was surprised too because again he has a very good pedigree, and the fact that he was there and wanted to remember when you are undrafted you can go with anywhere you want. And the fact that he was excited enough to be a Raider, obviously it's a matter of money as well. But if the Raiders come a-calling and they said, we want you on our team, and obviously if the money is there and right, that's fantastic. So, yeah, nothing but good things to say about him. And like I said, the 2 guards, the one from UCLA and the one from Alabama, and then, like I said, we got the receiver from UC Davis. I will go through the other list, but again, I'm sure they're on Raiders.com. I'm going to take a look at it.
And then we got the receiver that we kind of pissed Belichick off with.
Oh, yeah, that Hunter Renfrow.
From Clemson.
That's great. Yeah, exactly. And the fact that we got Hunter Renfrow away from Belichick is just makes me gleefully happy. Gleefully happy.
Too.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you can piss Bill Belichick off knowing that somebody got the better of him, that's exactly what this is about. We got the better of Belichick and the Patriots. That's awesome.
And some of these guys better look out for that Jonathan Avery. The hits that guy can put on people, I don't know if you saw his highlights.
Oh, I did. John Abram, like I said, what he needs to do is he needs to make sure, because he's wearing black and silver, he needs to make sure that he keeps an eye on. I mean, I'm not saying for him to be any different, but to make sure that he doesn't get himself a kind of like a notoriety that he's out for those hard hits. But as long as they're clean, good hits, they're awesome.
Exactly.
And like I said, Joseph is the same way. And the fact that you have Joseph and Abram back there, and like I said, Joseph is a little bit undersized. I think Abram is a little bit bigger. I think he's about 6 foot, if I'm not mistaken. So he is a little bit bigger than Joseph. So, keeping Joseph around, I mean, Joseph showed himself well at the end of last year. The fact that he's still here is a testament to the fact that Gruden did like what he saw with Joseph. So that'll be a good thing. So hopefully we can keep him And we got a lot of good, hard-hitting safeties back there. And remember,
I
Harris
think,
was re-signed
I
too.
think we're going to have a good season.
Well,
At least 500.
I'm hoping. I think we can. I'm actually leaning towards 8-8 right now.
I
But
think we'll beat Kansas City because they're going to be in kind of disarray because a friend of mine's a Kansas City fan, and he heard they're going to cut him loose tomorrow.
oh, Tyreek Hill?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. I think they're smart to do it.
especially with the legal allegations. They don't want to have that pending.
Yep,
Kind of like what they did with Hunt. They just cut him loose.
that's right. And again, we'll see what happens. But I mean, you need to get rid of people that are just going to bring you down. And I really firmly believe that the best thing for the Kansas City to do is to cut loose Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I'm glad we're strict on our character test.
That's right. And remember, go back a couple seasons when we made sure that we checked out the story about Gary and Conley. Conley dropped to us because it was an issue, but we investigated and we made sure that the kid was legit, that there was no issue, and we got a fantastic cornerback who, because he had good character issues, and it was found out that the other young lady was blowing smoke up everybody's butt just so she can get
Oh,
paid.
I know.
So,
And I think Farrell's a younger version of Alden Smith.
well, hopefully without the baggage.
Exactly. And I heard you say earlier you're going to 13 games.
Yeah, about 13 at as of right now, yes.
Are you going to be at Indy?
Yes, I'll be at Indy.
Because I'm 3 hours away from there. That's the game I'm planning going to see. Hopefully I can run India.
Oh yeah, I'll be at Indy. I got a friend that lives up there, so I'm trying to go to as many games and hang out with friends that I know that are in the area. It saves me money on hotels, so I got to do that.
It'll actually be my first Raider game. I almost went to the Bears game a couple of years ago, but I had to work that day.
Well, they brought it closer to you, shipmate.
I know, and especially since it's indoors, I don't have to worry about the weather.
Yeah, and it's early in the season, so it's actually probably really good weather up there.
Isn't that like week 5?
No, actually, I think it's
No.
week 3.
4. 3 or 4, yeah, because the Bears are week 5.
Yeah, it's either week 3 or week 4.
And hopefully we stuff Khalil Mack.
Well, there will be nothing that would make me feel better than to just beat the Bears in London. And I mean, I think Khalil's going to make some noise. You can't say that. Okay, yeah. Tommy says week 4, so week 4 is Indianapolis. Khalil Mack, or otherwise known as 50 Who, he's probably going to be there. I don't think you're going to shut him out, but as long as he doesn't make an impression on, like sacking Derek Carr or taking him out, I think that we should be good to go. I'm also going to be at week 3 with the Vikings game. I don't know.
Trust me, being near Chicago, I hear the Khalil Mack jokes every day.
I got one. As soon as I walked down Nashville, I got a big Bear fan, a Bear fan bear hug me. He said, "Thanks for Khalil Mack, you stupid," and then whatever. I'm like, dude, you got to pay him.
Trust me, I hear that every day.
Yeah, but you know what?
People criticize. I'm like, I said, last time I checked, we had 3 rings, you had 1. And then they shocked real quick.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Even then, it's still a matter of what they've done recently. And Khalil Mack, he had a hell of a year last year, but did the Bears do anything? Nope.
No. So.
That's right. They were out in the playoffs first week.
And they lost their ass when they got rid of Percy. I think there was about a $10 million cap hit.
Yep. And they're asking Mac to restructure already.
Really? I didn't hear that one. That's funny.
Oh yeah. They're asking him to restructure his contract already because they're figuring out that it's going to be too hard to pay for Khalil Mack, Danny Trevathan, that other defensive guy that costs a bunch of money. All of that money that they got tied up in all of these players, it's a lot of money, and that they're figuring out that they're going to need to pay all these players, and it ain't going to happen.
And you got to remember, Trubinsky's going to be asking for a big contract in a year or two.
And he ain't worth it.
Oh, I know that was a reach there.
Yeah, he definitely ain't worth it.
He's not a bad quarterback, but he's not a big money quarterback.
That's right. Hey, Ryan, give me your best out the door, shipmate.
Go Raiders.
All right.
Hopefully we win all year.
There you
And
go,
hopefully I
partner.
can run into Indy.
It'll be a pleasure. I'll definitely be looking for you.
All right, I love your show.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate you calling in, man.
No problem. Bye.
All right. That's Ryan Nagel, first-time caller. I know I've seen him on doing commenting, so thank you for commenting. Thank you for coming in. And again, if you like or if you like what you hear, like what you see, thumbs up. I appreciate it. Again, if you're over on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. Better sound quality, better audio, and I can read your comments a hell of a lot easier. And show me the money. For sure, Mo. For sure. And I'm very happy that I had a chance to hang out with everybody here. It's 20 after 11 my time, so yeah, I am gonna call it a night. Been a very long weekend, but it was enjoyable, and I get a chance to hang out here with everybody here. Again, thank you for coming in. It's the reason why I do this, and I wouldn't do it anywhere else because this is the place to do it. It's for Raider Nation, and it's for everybody here. It's for football fans, and we have a good time. Remember, if you're here on YouTube, you're good to go. You're already here. If you're here on Facebook, please make sure you join me over on YouTube. Get the link. It's you don't hear anything from me, Cesar? I'm sorry. Black Hole November 7th. Okay. Make sure you're here on YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, like I said, better audio, go to YouTube. And that's the show. We'll see y'all on the next show, which will be Thursday night. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. And we'll catch you on the next show.